Back in September of 2022, 5 7-Elevens were robbed in a period of only a few weeks in Orlando, Florida. The suspect appeared to be a heavy-set black male carrying a backpack and a small handgun. During the police investigation, detectives realized that the suspect looked like a 7-Eleven employee named Geoffrey Gaston. Geoffrey had worked at all of the branches that had been robbed. During one of his shifts, Geoffrey was arrested and brought in for interrogation.
So listen. This, at the end of the day, Geoffrey, yes. This isn't a matter of who did it. This is a matter of why you did it. I can understand the backstory because I'm probably sure you're hard on money. You need money. You walked into the 7-Eleven over off of Popka Island with a backpack on.
No, I did not.
We have you watching you on video, showing the clerk how to open the drawer.
Right, sir. That's me.
That is you?
So you're saying that's me?
That was you.
No, I was saying that sarcastically.
Okay.
You're saying that was me.
We know that is
showing.
You.
Okay.
Because the backpack is in your car, the mask is in your car, the gloves are in your car.
If you search my vehicle,
yes.
I used to work for Publix, the distribution center. I worked I worked sanitation in the freezer.
Okay.
We have we had to purchase a mask.
What kind of mask was it?
It was like a poo shiesty mask.
What color was it?
The mask is red.
So that is your mask?
That's the mask you guys found in the car. That's the one that you're saying is in the car. Back of my vehicle, there is a suit that we had to wear. They didn't ask for it back. I didn't return it. My ID is in that car from Publix. It's in the trunk area. We had to put on a mask. We had to wear gloves, and we had to put on this suit because we are in the freezer.
And when's the last time you worked there?
This was months ago.
So you haven't worked there since then?
No, I haven't.
Okay, but you bought that stuff and had that stuff for that job?
Yes.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yes, that's the stuff I had.
So, listen, I get you had that, but you have to understand, unfortunately, due to your stature, you stick out.
I understand that.
You stick out. There aren't many people that are 6 foot to 6'1" that are your size. I'm telling you, this is the 21st century. There's cameras everywhere. Everything is recorded. I mean, we want to understand the backstory behind Geoffrey. Nobody got hurt.
Sir, I'm not studying that. You guys are telling me that you seen me.
Take a look at that picture.
How does this show that this is me?
That red mask is in your car. That backpack is in your car. The shoes that you have on right now are the same shoes that we have in surveillance video.
Just because I'm driving around the city does not mean I'm going to Smith Street. I've never even worked at that 7-Eleven before. I've never, just because I'm in the area, that doesn't mean I'm going to. It does not mean
So what were you doing that night then?
I don't remember what I was doing this night, but I surely wasn't robbing a 7-Eleven.
So hear us out. So as our jobs as detectives, we charge people, but we have to also prove people's innocence. Give us information and tell us that this is not you. Give us
That's my vehicle, of course.
Okay.
That is my vehicle. But just because I am in this area.
Nobody's yelling.
Okay, just because I'm in this area does not mean I am going to 7-Elevens and robbing stores. That does not mean that. I have nothing against Abdul. What do you mean it's personal? I have nothing against Abdul.
Those were your words. Those weren't ours.
I have nothing against Abdul. Abdul never did anything to me. So I don't have any reason to go inside his store and rob him.
So why the same store twice then?
I did not go to anybody's store and rob them. I never had a reason to rob him. Okay. He never did anything to me.
So listen to me. Both of us have been doing this for a very long time. We've been working this investigation for a very long time. Look, this is your opportunity because unfortunately, which is a good thing, you're not a very good liar. Because every time we ask you a question, you're constantly repeating that question. And that is your brain trying to formulate a response to the pictures, to the evidence that we're throwing at you. I can tell you, it's weighing on you. It's crushing you because it's all coming to fruition now. You're like, excuse my French, you're like, oh, fuck. Because our job at the end of the day is also, okay, if Geoffrey tells us he was doing something, our due diligence as detectives is, well, we're going to follow up on that and see if whatever you're telling us is true. Because also think, all of this is, we don't want you to be labeled as a liar. But with you telling us that, and then we check it out and it doesn't add up, bro, the credibility goes start down. We don't want that, because we want the story and everything to come from Geoffrey. We're not trying to, do that, but we want it the truth. Just think about that. The more you lie, the hole you're digging is going to get deeper, and the more your brain is going to try and formulate to get out of it. Think of this as the opportunity. You messed up. It is what it is. Nobody got hurt. At the end of the day, it is what it is. You're tight on money. You're in a tough spot in your life right now, and all you're trying to do is get money to probably survive. So I can imagine, bro, this economy right now is sucks. It sucks. So I can understand.
The only thing that I can think about I was doing in this area was that I get on mega personals, and I, look for people to go and see.
Okay.
So that's the only reason that I would be over near this area. Now, as far as going into a place and robbing it, no.
So do you have like messages or anything of the person you were trying to meet this night?
They're in my phone.
Okay. Can we look at those messages? Because
you have my phone. I
have your phone. I'll bring it in here because I want to see the messages of who you're talking to, so we can see that.
The detectives asked Geoffrey if he has an alibi, explaining why his vehicle was caught on camera down the street from the 7-Eleven right before it was robbed. Geoffrey claims that it was because he was visiting a friend, and he should have text messages in his phone proving that.
So all that I ask is, which phone did you talk to somebody on that?
I use both.
Okay, so what's the phone number for this phone so we can establish that? Which phone do you usually use to communicate with these people on?
Both.
Both? Okay. On this night, which phone do you remember using?
I don't remember which phone. I use both phones every night.
Okay.
689-258-2594.
I'm just going to leave it flat on the table. I'm going to ask that you don't go in and start hitting anything or anything like that. So I'm gonna just direct me at any time. Tell me where to go. I'm gonna go back to your messages. Do you want me to swipe up to the date? 2 threads right here. One with Junior and one with it looks like a group chat.
Yeah.
Which one would you have the communication in?
It would probably be.
Do you communicate in an app?
No, I don't.
You always use your phone?
I use my phone.
Okay.
You may have to go to the trash or whatnot.
Okay, I'm just gonna back out because I just wanted to. Where do I need to go?
Go press the 3 buttons on the side.
Okay.
Go to trash.
All right.
Okay, so it might have been that. It might have been that phone.
What's the? Here, just do your thing.
Messages.
And then I'm going to scroll to October 5th. So it looks like you have 3 chats with a couple numbers. Jaden, or sorry, that was the 4th. I'm sorry.
Try the 815 number.
Where's that one at?
7443.
Okay. And this is from October 5th at 12:08 a.m. Okay, so now we're missing a 3-hour gap here.
I understand.
Okay, so now, like I explained to you, I want you to tell us the truth because I don't see any messages back.
Personally,
and I want to preface this. I don't want you to be concerned. We're not those kind of cops. I don't care if you're picking up girls. We don't. I don't care. That's not why we're here. So, with that being said, I mean, now that leaves another gap. Do you see what I'm saying here?
I understand that.
Okay.
But at the same time,
what? So your first text message was sent Monday, September 19th. Then you sent stuff Tuesday, October 4th at night. Looks like at 11:29, you guys communicated for a little bit. And then at 12:08 a.m., I'm assuming on October 5th, judging by the way this is reading, that you said sent and there's nothing else there.
Yeah, because
Nothing happened.
yeah, no, it's not that nothing happened. It's that nobody answered me back. So.
Okay. So
Once the detectives show Geoffrey that he doesn't have any alibis, they go back to questioning him about the robbery.
then a minute later, a man wearing all black, a red mask, black gloves, walks into the store. The same mask that you're described as you purchased for Publix work, the same gloves that we find in this vehicle that's seen a minute before the robbery, and a man of your size comes walking in. Tell me, like you said, there's no other cameras, there's no other cars that get captured, but magically this store gets robbed a minute later after your car is seen circling it, and the same person wearing an all black
Went inside of a 7-Eleven robbed because my car was in the, because my car was there?
It's not just your car. It's everything put together. It's like what we do is a big puzzle. So when all the puzzle pieces, I mean, you're familiar with puzzles. Once all the puzzles come together, it creates a nice picture. And what we've done is we've put all the puzzle pieces together, and it's everything is out there. It's there. So there's no sense in Geoffrey in running from it. This is reality. You're an adult. This is what's happening. How is Mama and how is Dad gonna feel after all of this?
I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about you saying that I went inside the 7-Eleven on Smith Street and robbed it. And then because you seen my car, yes, my car went in a circle. I told you what I was doing. Of course, that's something I'm trying to keep discreet. I don't want. And I'm telling you what I did, and you're telling me because my car was in the area that I went inside of this store and robbed it. I'm the only person who is 6 foot, 6'1".
It isn't just this one. We know on September 12th, you walked into the Apopka Vinyl 7-Eleven, did the same thing. September 26th, you go to a store over in Altamont Springs. You then go to a store on Redbug the same night.
The Redbug.
The same night.
So I went to a store on Redbug,
See, this is exactly what I was telling you.
Redbug.
You're not a good liar, unfortunately.
So I went to a store.
You can lie.
I'm not laughing at that because you told me I went inside Altamont.
You go to an Altamont store, then you go to a Seminole County store the same night. Then October 5th, the College Park one, and then what? Just 2 days ago, you go back into the one on 535, because I can see you walking down 535, I see you walk into the business, you get a couple drinks, you get a blunt wrapper.
I don't even smoke. What am I doing with a blunt wrapper?
I don't know.
I don't even smoke. I've never smoked a day in my life.
One of the big things that Geoffrey has going against him is that at one of the robberies, the cashier didn't know how to open the register without someone making a purchase first. The robbery suspect then reaches over the counter and he shows the cashier how to open the register.
Tell me what person knows how to unlock a cash register at a 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven, there are buttons on the register to show you that.
So obviously you know how to do that.
I work there. You know I know how to do it because I work there.
And you've worked at this store before.
I've worked at that store. All the registers are the same. They use the same POS system.
Okay.
All of them are the same.
So
They're all the same.
Okay. I can tell that this is definitely it's gonna come to you no matter what. Because you're so fidgety, you keep wiping your face, doing all this.
Sir, I itch.
Okay, that's fine.
I itch.
That's your body, like.
No, that's not my body. I've been itching all of my life. My skin is dry. My legs are dry.
Okay.
I have an itching problem. That's why I'm doing that.
That's fine.
It's not fidgety or any work at 7-Eleven.
Right.
So of course I know how to open the register. So just because I used to work in that location, just because I was there, now I robbed the place because I was there?
So Geoffrey.
Of course he's going to remember me. He hired me. I used to work there.
So do me a favor, Geoffrey. For a second, put yourself in our shoes. Put yourself in our shoes for a second. We have 5 different 7-Eleven robberies, all done by the same person, wearing the same clothing, where their car is seen, phone records are seen, yada yada yada. I'm not going to go on. But yet, the person who we're told that matches the description as a previous employee. What are the odds? Like literally, what are the odds? Like if that's the case, I'm going to play the Mega Millions when it's $1 billion, because there's no running from it. There is zero running from it. None. This is your chance, Geoffrey, to get ahead of this. I know you don't want to go back to prison. You don't want to go back to prison.
Sir.
You can keep coming up with these crazy, outlandish stories about meeting people. You don't remember where you are, but we know that
Just because I'm driving in the area.
It's not driving.
Just because I'm driving in an area.
Get over driving. We're done driving. This is over.
So
you
now,
walking in the store.
Now you're saying that.
Let me ask you this: was the gun real or fake?
I didn't have a gun. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never owned a gun. I don't know what you're talking about. You're saying that I robbed the store. I did not rob anything. I did not rob anybody. Just because
you can yell and have all this conviction. That's only you trying to cover up your lies.
I'm not covering up anything. I'm not covering up anything.
So if I were to ask,
because I used to work for a guy, he's never done anything to me. I have no reason to rob him.
Okay. Then why would you go back to a store and take money from the cash register?
I didn't rob anybody. I didn't take money from any register.
Do you believe that money is owed to you?
I did not take any money.
That doesn't answer my question. Do you believe that money is owed to you?
He doesn't owe me anything because he's paid me upon the work that I did when I was there.
So when's the last time you worked at any of these stores, other than the store you were arrested at today?
Months ago.
Okay.
I never worked at the Smith Street store. I never worked at the Altamont store. And I don't, the Redbug Lake Road store is owned by his brother, but I don't remember ever working there. It was the store that I worked at the most was the one on Apopka Vineland, okay, and then the one on Longwood Lake Mary. Okay. Those are also his stores. Those are the stores that I worked at, okay, and the one that I'm at now. Okay. But as far as as far as Altamont, as far as Lake Mary, I've never worked at those stores.
So you don't remember if you worked at the Redbug one, though?
I don't remember if I worked at the Redbug one.
How does somebody not remember if they've worked at a location? I'm pretty sure I could tell you all the jobs that I've held in my life and the locations.
Because I know for a fact that I worked at the Apopka Vineland. I worked at the store that you currently got me at now. That's my home store. Okay. And I worked at the Longwood Lake Mary. Because most of the time, he had me.
So is it possible that you worked at the Redbug store?
Not that I'm aware of.
Tell us how the pictures I showed you is not you. Tell me how that is not you. Tell us how this is, well, you've already said that this is your car. Tell us though. Explain to us how the person that's going into this is not you.
Tell me how that is me. Because of the size? Because of the size?
The locations, the size, the phone records, the cars, your clothing in the car that matches the surveillance video.
What was the clothing that was in the car?
The gloves, the red mask, and the backpack.
Okay, the gloves. As I said,
you've already explained that. We don't care where it came from. Geoffrey, you're a terrible liar. Get over it. We just want the truth. I'm just going to be blunt with you. We're having an adult conversation here. As an adult that's been through life, you realize lying doesn't get you far.
I understand that.
So it's obviously not gotten you very far at this point.
Because I had a backpack, a pair of gloves, and a mask in my car. I went inside the store. I robbed somebody. You said I had a gun.
And see, this is your brain trying to...
No, I'm just going over all of this stuff that you're saying. Obviously, I robbed the guy. The guy never did anything to me. I never had any bad blood, ill will, or anything towards him. So I went inside the store and robbed him.
5 stores.
I went inside 5 stores and robbed him. And by the way, this is me being sarcastic. This isn't me admitting anything.
No, I know. But don't you think this is a little bit more serious than to be sarcastic in? Like, you're being accused, not only is this 5 crimes, this potentially, you could go to federal prison. Federal prison, 5 times 7. 7 years is a minimum mandatory for a robbery to a business in the federal system. 5 times 7.
That's 35.
Yeah, that's 35 years.
I understand that.
With your record, that doesn't look good, bro. So this isn't a time to be sarcastic. This isn't a time to do any of that. This could potentially be a federal investigation. This is not dealing with the 9th Judicial Circuit. This is dealing with the Middle District of the Middle District of Florida of the United States of America.
I understand that.
So this is no time to be sarcastic.
There's no, but I'm not sitting here being sarcastic. I'm not sitting here being funny. I'm not sitting here being funny. Just because I was in this area,
Five different areas.
Just because
at times at 5 different robberies occurred at 5 different locations.
The detectives explained to Geoffrey that whenever he is answering questions pertaining to the robbery investigation, he appears lost and insecure. But when he is answering questions he has no need to lie about, he is confident and direct.
This is what you've done this entire interview. On stuff that you know the answer to, that you're not trying to hide, you answer it.
I'm not hiding anything.
Hold on. With every time that we ask you a question regarding all 5 of these incidents, you ultimately, immediately repeat the question, which is a tale of your brain trying to catch up to tell you how to answer that question because you know it's going to be coming out a lie. That I know because that's body science. That's your brain trying to formulate something. When he asked you, hey, how much money do you have here? Oh, I got a couple hundred. Hey, what route you took? Oh, I never once did you say, oh, how much money do I have in my account? It was, I have this, or I took this route, or I had a girl in here, I did this. But anytime we ask you something else, your tone immediately changes and says, well, I mean, yeah, that's that, yeah. And then you're repeating the question that we're asking. That is a tell of lying.
So you're telling me that I robbed 5 7-Eleven?
Exactly. You've just proven my point. I'm telling you, yes, you have robbed 5 different 7-Elevens. Oh, actually, yes, you've robbed 5 different 7-Elevens, one being the same store twice. I get it, man. I get it. Money sucks right now.
Money sucks right now, but I work. I don't need to rob anybody.
Oh, okay. So is that the story that you really want to see?
Money sucks right now. Money sucks right now. And just because I work at a 7-Eleven, just because I worked at a 7-Eleven, does not mean I went into 7-Eleven.
I never said that. I said you put the whole puzzle together. Like I explained to you, we take these puzzle pieces, we put them all together. It shows us the story and the picture of what's going on. We didn't just pluck Geoffrey out of a hat and say, you know what, that's our guy. You know, we did a thorough investigation because this has been going on for a month. A month. And because it's been going on for a month, we've been able to compile all of this information, data. It's the 21st century.
Yeah.
And where did all the clues and all the evidence continue to point to?
Because you...
Don't even worry about this car. Don't worry. Where did this... Hold on. All these puzzle pieces, all of this continues to point to Mr. Geoffrey Gaston. And I think that the thing that makes it realize it's 100% you, tell me what other person that knows how to operate and open the cash register drawer at a 7-Eleven, you turn the computer around, you put it, after he signs out and signs back in, you tell him, you point to the screen to have him sign back in, he signs back in, you do it, you punch in a few things, I don't know what it is, next thing you know the drawer pops open, he takes the cash out, hands it to you in your left hand, you take that money and put it in your pocket. You then go down to the next cash register, those 2 are empty because he had already done the drop. Then you walk out the store, you walk back down 535 and your car's going down 535.
I was coming from somewhere, I stopped.
Where?
I was coming from...
Don't lie, just where. I'm at wit's end because I know this is going to be a lie, and I'll afford you your opportunity.
Yes, I was coming down I-4.
Geoffrey explains that the reason he was in the area was because he was looking for a prostitute, and he knew about a spot near the 7-Eleven where they hung out looking for customers.
At night, because I'm not trying to be personal, but I know the tricks all hang out down there. Do you go back down there when it's an off day?
Sometimes to see who's down there, you know. I don't pick up anybody, but
do you hang out with some of those tricks that are down there?
If they come in the store, yes.
So hear me out. So you get this money after this happens. You go hit up any of these tricks?
No, because I don't pay anybody that's out there. I don't take
So
money.
do you just basically do it off the website then?
I do, yes.
Okay. I could care less. I don't care.
I understand you don't care about that. I go down there, I talk to Aaron. If there's somebody come in the store, I try to figure out, hey man, what happened down there?
I know the tricks hang out down there.
I understand
So
that.
do you go down there on an off night just to see who's out walking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you tricked
Slept with
anyone?
anybody? No.
Okay.
No, I haven't. No, I have not.
But you know them.
Of course, because they come in the store all the time. I work at night. They come in the store all the time.
So on an off night, you still go out there, hang out with the tricks, hang out with Aaron, and do your thing?
I go out there, I see who's working in the store. I might go down to the store, I see who's working in the store. Hey man, what's going on? Sit there, drink, talk a little bit. And yeah, if they come in the store, they come in the store. Yeah, you say here and there, okay, hey, yeah, you this, you that. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
But as far as taking money and going to trick with them, no, I don't do that.
So how do you pay for your tricking?
It depends. Sometimes when I'm talking online, if the price is low,
Right.
okay,
So what's your lowball price then?
$20, $25. Most of the people that I'm talking to on my phone, I ask them, hey, I got 20, will you do something for that?
Yeah.
25, whatever.
Okay.
Sometimes 30.
And so when money's tough and you're trying to pay for groceries and things like that, and obviously probably groceries, I mean, you want to be eating first before dealing with that. So when you don't have enough money, where are you getting money to get these girls from?
I always keep, that's the reason for my pawns. That's
So
the
you'll
reason why
pawn
I pawn
everything?
them.
So when you have these pawn debts, how are you getting the money then? So you
Every
have
time I get paid, I pay a little bit here, a little bit there on my pawn debt.
and then that leaves you enough for, I'm assuming, gas.
Yes.
And then that leaves you money for some groceries.
Whenever I get
So
paid.
hold on. So that leaves you, so when you get paid, you'll take care of a few pawn debts here and there. You obviously have to put gas in your car. You have to put food on the table. Do you pay for your car insurance?
Yes.
So you pay for your car insurance. You probably pay, for clothing, whatever, gas, because gas is ridiculous right now. So that probably leaves you a minimal amount of money to go have some fun. So with that, I mean, I can see why you're trying to get extra money, because you don't have enough money to do your thing. That's just how it is. That's how I'm reading in the room. And I think that's the truth.
That's not the truth.
Okay.
And why?
Whenever I get paid,
Okay.
whenever I get paid, I always make sure I take care of my needs first.
Absolutely.
Which is, if I have, some groceries I got to put in the house, that's fine. If I have some gas, that's fine. If I have, whatever here and there, I'm taking care of. I have a pawn debt here. I have my insurance here. I have my car insurance here. I have my phone here. I have my internet here. Whatever. I take care of all of that. I pay bits and pieces
Right.
of that. As far as taking money to go do whatever, yes.
But hear me out. So all of those things, I can only imagine how stressful that is. You probably get your paycheck and you're like, shit, what can I pay first? Okay, obviously I need food, so I'm going to pay for food. Next is like, well, shit, I got like a couple different pawn debts here and there that probably leave you with minimal amount of money. So explains why you had the letters of like, money is tough.
Yeah, so what I do is I pawn things to get the money to pay for whatever. Rob and Peter to pay Paul.
Right. So you just have this ever like circle. Money, pay, I need more money, pay. Get paid, just this ever evolving circle. Hey, I want to, this girl I'm talking to, she wants 25, 30 bucks. Okay, cool. Well, shit, I only got 10 bucks after I spend all my money. I need extra money. Okay, well, here we go. Here's the circle again. Oh, I got paid. So look, man, it's going to come to you. It's going to, one morning, it could be right now, or it could be tomorrow, it could be the next day. This whole thing is going to smack you right in the face and you think, oh, frig, I messed up. Geoffrey Gaston messed up. And you know what? How can I get myself out of this? How can I get myself out of this? Because I don't want to hear that it's your car, it's you, it's this. It's everything. It is everything. And we see the backstory now. Money's tough, man. Money is tough. What's the easiest place to go? I know there's only one person or maybe two people working at 7-Elevens. You're familiar with those locations, and that's why you're going there. And that's why it's happening. And you're probably taking that extra money to hopefully probably pay for the food bill, the internet bill, the phone bill, so you can still enjoy your life a little bit. That's what's happening. That I know for a fact is happening.
That's not happening.
Okay. Explain to me differently. So tell me where I'm wrong in that.
Where you're wrong in that is that you're saying that I'm taking money from 7-Elevens and going to and using it.
There you are. You just repeated my entire question.
Yeah, you're saying that I'm taking it and using it for everyday expenses when I use my paycheck and going to pawn things for everyday expenses. So I have most of all of my items, most of everything I own is in the pawn shop for that reason. Not so I can go to a bunch of places and take money from them, so that I can keep from taking money from somebody.
About how much pawn debt do you think you have in total?
Quite a bit.
Like, rough number. A couple thousand?
Couple thousand.
Okay.
Because of the insurance that accrues, not insurance, but
the interest
that accrues on it.
So you're constantly taking money to pay down those debts, correct? Okay.
Geoffrey doesn't realize that he's digging himself a deeper hole by admitting to not only having bills to pay, but also having to pay for all the items he recently pawned. Based on the evidence provided, it appears that Geoffrey may have been paying for sex, and when he ran out of items to pawn, he decided to rob his employer.
This is just stress. Like, I could only imagine trying to juggle and balance all that when you're only getting paid weekly, and it's probably not enough for what you're doing.
But that doesn't mean I'm going to other places and robbing them.
It definitely shows a motive.
But that doesn't mean I'm going to places and robbing them.
So then tell me, why are you getting the money?
Getting the money from where? I'm getting the money from work. I'm getting the money from my pawn debts. From pawning things, but getting the money from where? Besides work and pawning things.
This isn't going to go away. You know that, right?
I'm being charged, if you said, for 5 different robberies.
Correct.
With what gun?
We can see it in the video. The first one on 535, the victim tells us bangs you bring it on tap.
I don't own a gun. And you search my car and you find no gun. I don't have a gun.
Okay, so are you implying that you have a gun?
No, I don't have a gun. I've never.
So then tell us.
Ever had a vehicle.
So
never ever had a gun.
I
don't have a gun. Period. Whether real or fake. I don't have a gun.
So then what is it? What's being used?
I haven't used anything.
Look,
No, I haven't used anything. I don't even know what you're saying that I robbed this place with a gun.
Yes.
Or a fake gun.
Yes.
Or I don't have none of these things. I've never owned a gun. I've never been able to own a gun.
Okay.
I don't have a fake gun. I don't have a toy gun. I don't have any of that.
And it's easy to dispose of guns.
Right. So I just threw it away.
I don't know.
I just threw it away.
I mean, on video, you can clearly see in the one from 2 days ago, you pull it out of your right hoodie, you flash it at him, and then put it back. It's covered in some sort of black bag, or I don't know if that's just you implying that you had one. Then you put it back. He turns around, gets you something off the wall. As soon as he turns around.
I did not go inside of a 7-Eleven and work the register. I know how to work a 7-Eleven register because I work at 7-Eleven.
So
all of the POS systems in 7-Eleven are the same. There may be a couple of items out of place, but as far as totaling out the cost, everything is the same.
So listen here. So, okay, with you saying that, hear me out. So at the end of the day, all of this gets drafted up into a big report. And like I said, this is actually going to be a federal investigation. With that being said, all of the evidence, everything that we've compiled within the month-long investigation between 4 different agencies gets all compiled into this big report. This interview currently is being audio and video recorded, which is considered as part of this case. So when the attorneys and the people that are above our pay grade, they review everything like, oh, okay, that's, yep. They put the puzzle together, and then they watch this, and then they hear and listen to all of these crazy, outlandish lies and just see this. When that goes to, if you decide to go to trial, and when it does, this is all played in court, and your credibility in front of a jury goes down. I don't want to hear any BS more stories. I'm done. If you want to tell us the truth and what happened, I am all ears and to have a discussion with you. But if I have to hear another outlandish, crazy thing of you trying to formulate of how you weren't there, but when we know you are there, then I'm done.
I'm being charged with 5 robberies because I have cash in my car, because I work for 7-Eleven, because I was driving my car and my phone pinged in an area. That's why I'm being charged?
Yeah.
Because,
In the end, Geoffrey would be charged with 5 armed robberies. In total, he stole a little over $1,000. After realizing he didn't want to risk taking the case to trial, he accepted a plea deal for 7 years. Geoffrey's release date is set for sometime in 2029. What are your thoughts on this case? Please share them in the comments below.